want to go through that and then ask you if, like, when you're right up against it, do you think that there's pushback or like a challenge? Because I feel like I'm right there. I feel like something is going to happen, but
Mhm.
I feel like I'm being tested right now. Like my TikTok, to talk about TikTok specifically, I have 0 views on some of my videos, which is impossible. So I just feel like I'm right there. So if somebody wants to manifest something, we'll go to the beginning there. So think of what you want to manifest. And it can be really anything, right? You want to lose weight, you want to get a job, a specific job.
Yeah.
How can somebody go from there? So what should they do next?
Meaning if somebody wants to manifest something, what is the
Right.
next step
Yeah.
in in starting to do the inner work? Is that what you're
Yeah.
asking?
Yeah. Just in general, if somebody's like, okay, I want to manifest losing 10 pounds, do you think that the next thing that they can do, just an attainable practice, I guess, they
Yeah.
can write some affirmations about it?
Yeah, you could. I always like to ask people why. Why do they want
Mhm.
that? And
Mhm.
what do you believe it's going
Mhm.
to do for you in your life?
Mhm.
What do you believe you're going to feel as a result?
Mhm.
What
Mhm.
good things do you think are going to happen as a result of this?
Mhm.
And getting clear on that is going to be really helpful. And it's important because sometimes we want to manifest something and we don't even really know why. And ultimately, not kind of, but it comes down to we believe that it's going to make us feel better when we manifest
Right.
this thing. And so we want to create our affirmations to, or whether it's affirmations, visualizations, I love to use both.
Mhm.
Let's say you want to create that $100,000 following, getting clear on why you want that, what you believe that's
Mhm.
going to give you, and then you can begin to create some visualizations around that. You can create your affirmations. You can add feelings to your affirmations. I just manifested 100,000 TikTok followers, and I feel so amazing. I just manifested, I have 100,000 TikTok followers and I'm feeling blah, blah, blah. And you
Mhm.
might say it over and over again and visualize what it
Mhm.
is. How do you see that? Do you see it as um, a picture of the numbers on your phone? Do you
Mhm.
see it as people reaching out to you and wanting to work with you?
Mhm.
How do you imagine that you will feel? And then it's
Mhm.
just really a matter of practicing. It's manifestation is really learning to teach our bodies how to feel what it is that we believe we're going to feel when we have the manifestation. So you want to
Yeah.
be rich. Why do you want to be rich?
Mhm.
Well, because I want to feel free, because I
Mhm.
want to feel peaceful, because I want to feel secure, because I want to be generous. Okay, how can you start to create that? Because
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
can. You can create emotional states in your body. Maybe nobody ever taught you that. We weren't taught that. Every single thing in our world, physical world, tells us that we look at that the thing is going to give us what it is that we're looking for, but it's the
Mhm.
opposite. So if you want to get into frequencies and all of that kind of stuff, everything is things are you think of it as an emotional frequency, right?
Mhm.
And so there's a frequency for having a lot of money. There's a frequency, and what I mean by frequency is really kind of an emotional state. So if you're in a emotional state of feeling lack and feeling like a loser and feeling like you have no control over your life, that is not a match for abundance. So
Mhm.
you have to find a way to raise your frequency, to teach your body how to feel that freedom and that happiness and that joy. And whatever you have to do to get there, it doesn't really matter. That's really kind of what the work is. And so that's what the
Mhm.
visualization can really help with. And it can help with impressing the subconscious mind. So whatever we impress into our subconscious mind over and over and over and over and over again, eventually it's going to accept it, and it's going to accept
Mhm.
it as reality. It's just like if you have somebody in your life and every single day they say to you, you suck, you're lame, you suck, you're
Mhm.
lame, you suck, you're lame. Guess what? Eventually you're going to believe it. And
Mhm.
that's just because it's repeating over and over and over again. At the same time, if you have somebody in your life that's like, "Oh my god, you're so amazing. You're so beautiful. You're so powerful." And you hear that every single day. Guess what? You're going to start to believe it. And so that's really all we're doing is we're just repeating something and impressing our subconscious mind with images, words of affirmation, whatever you got to do to get there. Hypnosis, EFT, there's so many tools, but essentially that's really all we're doing is teaching ourselves to live in this state of the manifestation as if it's already happened.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. I think that sounds really doable for anybody who has a goal or a manifestation that they wanted to start. Just really getting into their feels about it, I guess is a good way
Yeah,
to put it. Just like, what are you going to feel having that? And then just live as if you do, because I think also like it is kind of where manifesting and mindset meets energy and frequencies. So it is hard to just talk about in this short amount of time.
yeah, it's a big
So
topic.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I think the last question I want to address would be, so I think one more thing that people might be questioning is, okay, I'm going to manifest this. I have these affirmations, but like it seems like something needs to happen. Like I guess what I want to say is you need to let go of how you're going to get it. So if you want the 100,000 followers, if I do, which I do, I want that because I feel like that's just where I'll feel like I've made it. I feel like that's when I'll have the credibility,
There you
everything.
go.
And all of those things are how I feel.
Look at me, I'm
But
taking notes. I just went into hypnosis mode. You just
yeah,
became my client. That's why you want those 100,000 followers is you want the credibility and you want to
right.
feel like you've made it.
Yeah, that's definitely, I just want the credibility for sure to do all these other things. And I feel like I'll feel very proud, happy, and like I'm making a difference, you know? So yeah, but I think where the questions come in is, okay, I mastered this. I've got it. I'm writing the affirmations. But like where is this actually going to come from? Is that where like the energy and frequencies and the universe will make this path for you, or like do you have to also believe in all of those things coming true and working?
Yeah, we don't necessarily know the hows. We don't
Mhm.
necessarily know the hows, and that's the hard part.
Mhm.
Is kind of releasing, and this is the work, right? I'm not saying
Yeah.
this is easy, but the work really is to do the practice and trust that your manifestation is going to come in the right time, and then it's not your job to figure out the how. And
Mhm.
that's where people can get stuck because it's like, ah, well, I've been doing my affirmations and they're not working and my thing hasn't
Mhm.
manifested and this stuff doesn't work.
Mhm.
So that's kind of where we miss the point in a way,
Mhm.
because the point is that you feel proud and happy and like you're making a difference and like you've made it and that you have credibility, because guess what, you have all those things right now. You have all
Mm.
those things right now.
Right.
So your job is to teach yourself that you have all those things right now. And the TikTok 100,000 followers, that's the icing on the cake, but you don't need that to
Mhm.
feel proud and happy and like you're making a
Mhm.
difference. You're making a difference
Mhm.
right now. You have a lot to be proud of right now. You can be happy and feel a sense of credibility right now.
Mhm.
So the how of it is really, that's kind of the magic of the universe, and that's the rub, that's the challenge, is to stay consistent, keep doing the work that you have control over, and all you have control over is your mindset and your actions. So you're going
Mm-hmm.
to do everything that you can do. You're going to learn strategies. You're going to look at other creators and figure out, well, what works for them and how can I apply that? Maybe you'll take a TikTok course. Maybe you'll try some new ways of doing content. You'll do what you need to do to get good as at or better. And it's a constant process of always getting better. And TikTok it's competitive, it's competitive. So what is it about you that's going to be different? And you'll find inspiration. You'll get ideas. Things will come to you. And
Mm-hmm.
that's sort of the surrender part of it, is
Mm-hmm.
do your work, you keep showing up, you stay consistent, you do your best to do whatever you can do with your manifestation work and with your physical actions that you take. And
Mm-hmm.
then the rest is kind of up to the universe, so to speak. And I don't even love to say the universe necessarily,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how else to put it, because there is, if you believe in this, there is an energy field. There
Yeah.
is something that we're connecting to, and it's a mystery. But if you tap into it, it can be magical. And honestly, in terms of a TikTok video, it just takes one.
Yeah.
All it takes is one
Mm-hmm.
knockout video, and your account can grow very quickly, very fast.
Crazy, crazy to me. And I think that really kind of applies to everybody. It doesn't have to just be TikTok and creating content. You make that one networking connection, or,
Exactly.
you learn that workout that you really enjoy doing that, brings the spark to it, makes you really want to do it. So I think another affirmation, and we'll leave on this because I could talk forever about
I
it,
love timing. I love
but
stuff.
I really enjoy this affirmation. And this is one of the things I've been saying is I want I want, or I have 100,000 followers or better. So like that kind of helps me let go of the how,
Hmm.
because then I'm like not really able to plan it because it could be something else, if that makes sense. So that's kind of an affirmation I've been using, is just I want 100,000 TikTok followers or better. And then I'm like, okay, it helps me surrender that, like what you were saying.
Yeah.
So is that one that you would recommend people use?
Yeah, if you want to add the or better, I like that.
Mhm.
Sometimes I like to say God has a better idea. Sometimes
Okay.
the
Yeah.
universe, God, whatever you want to call it, may have a better
Mhm.
idea. I would say, just, to be nitpicky, I would formulate your affirmation in the now and not
Okay.
as a I want, because the I want introduces the idea of not having it.
Black. Right. Right.
So you would want to state it in the present moment, I have,
Okay. So
versus
how do you say that or better? You still say that?
yeah, you could say or better if that feels
Okay.
good to you. That may not
Okay.
feel good to someone else, but
Right.
you are the one who knows you. And
Mhm.
so if saying I have 100,000 followers or better or more or whatever, however you want to say it, if that,
Mhm.
you pay attention to how that feels in your body. You can feel it if there's kind of I don't know,
Yeah.
this feel
Resistance.
something
Yeah.
feels not right about this.
Mhm.
You can become aware of when you hit on an affirmation, the way that you phrased it. It's like, ooh, you'll feel sort of a little sense of relief, or a sense of kind of joy, or a sense of like, this feels good. I like to say this.
Mhm.
And so you
Mhm.
can work with that for a little while, and then it may become dead to you. It may kind of, you've said it enough times to where now it doesn't have any more juice. So maybe you create a new affirmation. So
Okay.
yeah, play with it, but just keep your affirmations in the present, or you can even say it in the past as if it's already happened.
Okay.
Um, something like, I just
Mhm.
manifested, or I'm so happy and grateful now that I have
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's one of the books I read talked about that. I think it was like the only manifesting